everybody, I'm Monty Mont.
It's your boy Ronaldus.
And it's Doda.
And the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus. We've seen it. All right, guys. Last show of the year for the We Seen It crew. We just tucking it in. We just getting it in. Hawkeye, 6-part, nice and tidy little series they did. Holiday themed, of course, with our boy Clint in the building and a few friends. You know how we do here. We start off the show with ratings. We don't wait to the end to give our ratings. So, Ronaldus, I'm going to start with you. Out of 5 reels, of course, you can give a half. What would you give the Hawkeye series? 0 out of 5 reels.
I give it a solid 4.
Solid 4 reels. Fair enough. Doda, what would you give the Hawkeye series out of 5 reels?
I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 5 reels.
Whoa!
Seriously.
Not expecting that. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go with Ronaldus on this one to give it a solid 4 reels. For the overall package, you know, I got a few issues with it, but a couple things I liked, and so we're going to delve into this. Of course, now, guys, if you know, this is the 4th TV series through Marvel that we've had in the last couple. We've had WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now Hawkeye, if I'm correct. I believe it was those 4. Of course, this is with Jeremy Renner, Haley Stanfield.
Oh yeah, What If?
I'm sorry, that's right. Yeah, I knew it was something else. What If the Spy? That's right. I knew I was missing one. What If? Haley Stanfield, Vera Farmiga is in this as well. Tony Dalton, a lot of great actors in this stuff. Of course, our guy, Clint, played by Jeremy Renner, starts off, and we're not long after, of course, the Avengers and everything they did, and he's kind of coming to grips with some things. It's very holiday themed. It's around Christmas time. And then there is a residual effect from when the Avengers were fighting. The young girl was saved and inspired. She starts training. She lost her father, and then they kind of converge in New York. And a new young Hawkeye is coming up, and there's a couple of issues in that. So let's first talk about this. And I want to just come right off the jump. Let's just hit it. Do you feel like, and I always want to say for the record, Haley Stanfield, I love Haley Stanfield. Now, a lot of y'all might know her. She's in a movie. Watch her in a movie called True Grit with Jeff Bridges and Matt Damon. She's so much younger, and she is amazing. Oh, she's so good in this. So love her. Now, do you feel like the combination of Haley and Jeremy Renner as the 2 Hawkeyes, did you feel like it was a good mesh? Because we get them basically from jump, and it's their saga through the whole thing. I'll start with you, Doda. Did you feel like Haley and Jeremy together made a good pairing on screen?
I want to say yes, especially because of the way that they did it, like the dynamic of her being like the annoying like sidekick, and then, you know, he's teaching her everything he knows. So from that standpoint, I feel like it was a good dynamic.
Ronaldus.
I totally agree. Her quirkiness and her naiveness and different things play off his stoicness. So she give him that upbeat fun, and he get that stoic, tired of being a superhero type. So, but at the same time, her character to me is that very unrealistic superhero as well. Because I get so mad at them, don't got no powers, and there's fumbling through and don't take it as serious as it really is. You'd be like, how long are they really gonna last?
All right, yeah. Oh, well, okay, that's my next segue. But let me address mine. Excuse me. I felt it was a good pair. You know, she was just kind of quirky and annoying, and a lot of wisecracks. And Clint is very stoic, is a very good word. He was, you know, if you watch the opening scene, he's watching a Broadway rendition of the Avengers, and he's just done with the whole thing. Like, what is going on? That's kind of his thing. He almost wants to just get out of this totally. Like, I'm tired of this. And she's just, hey, what's, oh my goodness, blah, 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 all in his mix and things like that. So there was a good yin and yang. Now let's talk about that, because Ronaldo's took us to a good point. Now there's, Hawkeye, you got your Hawkeye, you have, Batman, you have certain heroes in comics that are not gods, not blessed with what we call a superpower. They might have a great ability, these are some of the best archers, but not superpowers that they might have. This is not like adamantium with Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody born on Krypton like Superman, all that stuff. And so for those type of characters, it is a different experience, because, even Iron Man is not, doesn't have superpowers in and of himself, but the suit is a superpower, which is a different kind of dynamic. Clint is out here slinging, martial arts training, and he's a very good martial artist. And so she is as well. But I wonder, there are times when, I don't know, sometimes like when you watch the fighting, I just wonder, like, is that really realistic for a person? Like, okay, let's put it like this. Kate Bishop, at least from Haley Stanford, she ain't that big. I mean, I don't know. Dota, y'all might be, y'all ain't about, but, and,
Okay.
I mean, I just be like, okay. I mean, I'm trying to save the whole Kingpin thing, because I'm gonna get to that later, but how do you guys feel watching what we call maybe non-superheroes operate in the world? Ronaldo, I'm gonna start with you.
I could get behind them. The Batman, you said Iron Man. They at least have a seriousness to their character. They have, Batman got a bulletproof suit on.
Yeah.
So, and then he's been trained by
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a ninja in of his own. Iron Man, of course, his suit or whatever. But this girl just naively just came off a college campus. Now she is trained in the martial arts, and she's a super whiz kid with the bow. I give her those skills, but she ain't been in no real fights in her life. This is like a glorified Karen in the making. This is Kate Bishop is Karen 2.0. She's a very, and I like the storyline of, she did watch him when her dad died. She did watch Hawkeye, and she was inspired by him and always wanted to grow up to be that. But I just can't buy her in that role as this fresh off the college campus. Now I'm about to take on Kingpin. I'm taking on this super gang.
Okay, right. So the first scene is at the auction where she puts on a suit and just start going to town. And I was just like, oh, she doing all. I was a little surprised. Dota, what's your take on it?
I feel like they should have done a better job with showing us how she got to that point. Because starting the first episode off, like, she's already beating people up. I was like, oh wow, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I feel like they should have showed a little bit more of that. But then again, there wasn't necessarily a seriousness to it. Like he was saying, like, it was literally just out the blue because her father died and she saw Hawkeye. She just wanted to start fighting. Like, it just didn't, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So yeah, I feel like they should have started it off differently or showed us more of like her starting to fight and put more seriousness to it. But how I feel about those type of characters overall, those are the ones that I admire the most, because I don't know, you connect to them more than you would somebody who's like, there's like no chance that somebody's gonna go flying around here. But there is a chance that somebody could be super trained in archery and shoot some people down. So I connect with those like characters more, but the way that they did it, I feel like they could have done a better job in approaching it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even with Hawkeye, when he would be with the Avengers, I would always in my mind just watching and be like, bro, maybe stay on the periphery, you know what I'm saying? Get some jokers. Because I don't never wanted to mix it up because he's not. And I'll tell you this. We might as well, I keep wanting to hold stuff back. Like, honestly, if we would had an origin like Black Widow. Now, if you saw Black Widow, you saw that training, you saw what they went through. And so it certified her like, okay, she can get out there with Cap, she can get out there with the rest of them, because that Black Widow training wasn't no joke, her and Elena. But again, like you said, we just kind of see Kate and, she's inspired, but I don't know. I just feel like, I don't think if she's a black belt in whatever training she had, I don't know if a black belt could be doing all that. But as Ronaldo's kind of hinted at, she's not really taking it serious. But I feel like a lot of the series was very comical, because we're going to get to one of my favorite parts of the series. I love the Tracksuit Mafia. I loved them. They were hilarious. It was total comic relief, over the top stuff. Like, they were going heavy with the comedy stuff. And so it kind of lets you know, okay, so we're not like, this ain't Thanos, you know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. And they brought a lot of levity to it. So I did like the Tracksuit Mafia. So I'm going to ask you guys, what did you really like about the series? Of course, outside of, Kate and that part, but was there any other things? So I'm voting now. Tracksuit Mafia is maybe my favorite quirk of the show. I just love how they brought him in. Do you guys have a favorite part of it? I'll start with you and all this. Anything else you can say, that or something else that you really like in the series overall?
Just to narrow it down to one, I would have to say the fact that they put Kingpin in there. I'm always a big fan of Kingpin. And then the person who played Kingpin in this was a great. I hope he has a bigger part in another movie.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yes. I'm gonna get to him. Yes. Dota.
I have to agree with that, but it was also them incorporating Black Widow's sister in there as well. Yes. I kind of like them adding her in there, so maybe we're going to see more of her. But yes, the Kingpin had to be it for me.
That was great. So okay, we got two areas. We'll start with Elena, who was played by Florence Pugh, who, I mean, to me she was the best part of Black Widow, and she was amazing in this. Like, that character, she just comes in and she was
super funny.
You can't stop watching her. She's just amazing, and she had great chemistry as well with Haley and as the Kate Bishop, and she just, even though she was charged to do something bad, it was still kind of just great to see her there. Okay, so Kingpin. Now, if you saw the Netflix series with Daredevil, you got a whole lot of Kingpin, and Vincent D'Onofrio is just killing his role. I'm so glad. I'm like, if they were gonna bring Kingpin back, it had to be him, because nobody plays Kingpin better live action. I mean, I feel like. Okay, so let me get to my other nitpick. I didn't like the Kingpin fight with Kate Bishop. I did not at all. Like,
broke her.
I mean, I'm just, because again, unless I heard a person make a good point. The Netflix series of Daredevil was very rough, like hardcore. The fighting in this is not nearly as gory and rough. And so to me, to bring the same Kingpin, and now it's just kind of a very light, I didn't like that at all. I loved Kingpin, and he was great. I wish we had more of him, but I didn't like that fight at all. I felt it was totally unrealistic. Ain't no way, no young. Listen, I feel like Clint would have had his hands full, let alone little junior Hawkeye. That's me. Give me y'all thoughts on that, Dodie. Your thoughts on the Kingpin action with Kate Bishop.
Yeah, because I watched the Daredevil series, and oh my gosh, she did a great job in that series. But he was like brutal. So to switch over to this fight I just didn't make sense. Like how she just like easily was like, yep, defeated you, automatic. Like, wait, what? I mean, this guy is like, when I say brutal, like does not care about people, and like for this to happen just confused me a little bit. So I don't like the way that they did that. It's like how she was like, it took Daredevil like a whole 3 seasons to defeat this guy.
Right.
And she did it in like seconds. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Ronaldus.
Very unrealistic, as we said. The Kingpin he's the top crime boss, so he doesn't have no remorse. He would have put the smash on her so fast. He wouldn't have been toying with her. Kingpin fight people like Daredevil. He go head up with Spider-Man. And Spider-Man got superhuman strength. So he would have just snapped her. That's very unrealistic.
Yeah, I didn't like that. They show a little, they show where the arrow didn't hit him, and I thought something else was gonna happen, like he was gonna just totally throw her aside, someone else would come fight. And I'm like, they really about to have them fight? Come on now. And then there was something else that they talked about. Let's get into this. So in the story, Kate's mother, Eleanor, she's with this mysterious guy, and oh man, I gotta find him. I really enjoyed that actor too. Jack Duquesne, played by Tony Dalton. You don't really know what his angle is. Brother rocking a full sword at a dinner party. He wilding out. He's good. I would have had like have him come in with the sword work and help Kate out. So many areas they could have went through. Finds out that mom's actually, Jack's uncle dies, and finds out mom's did it, and mom's is working with Kingpin because of dad, old Kingpin, and all that stuff. At the end, Kate pulls the 911 on moms. Would you panel throw your mama in jail? Wow. I mean, man, Kate, I don't know. That's some scary stuff. Ronaldo, speak on it, please.
Ain't no way I'm calling the police on my mama.
Not that mom.
Police on Jack so quick. That's what they do. But I like that twist. Like Jack was a constant plot twist. We never knew what angle to take Jack. At one point, I was like, "Is Jack Zorro?" Like he with the sword.
Right.
Yeah. Come to find out that he wasn't even a bad guy, and we had him bad the whole time, and it was the mama. That was a great.
That was well done. I agree. That was well done. Doda.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it for her. Like first of all, she's a great actor. I've seen her in a lot of other movies.
A great actor.
So to do it to her, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. She may come back, and yeah, I don't trust her. I don't. But yeah, I wouldn't do it to Eleanor Bishop. Nope.
No, yeah, that was savage. That was super savage. I don't know where that came from, but and so we kind of, and we get to, there's a couple little wrinkles as well, because the whole time Clint's talking with his wife and trying to get back home with the kids and things like that, and she's trying to help him, coaching them. They're never really together toward the end, but there was a ring that the Tracksuit Mafia got. I'm sorry, watch, not ring, watch. And in the end, Clint gives the watch to the wife. Now there's some, I forgot to look this up, but Clint's wife. Go ahead.
I believe the watch had the location of where the family was.
Right. Okay, right. So the mafia got that, and then that's why he was really pressed to try to get that back. And then also too, I'm forgetting one little wrinkle too. So the head of the Tracksuit Mafia was Maya Lopez, who initially thought that the Ronin that was kind of Clint's alter ego or guy killed her father, and she found out it was actually Kingpin that ordered it, which we find out later she's to play Echo, which we think she's probably going to get a spinoff as well. I really enjoyed her character as well, who was deaf. I really liked her as well, because she was the heavy in the Tracksuit Mafia when they were totally clowning as well. But how did you guys like the full resolve of everything at the end? I'll give mine first. I couldn't believe, moms went to prison. I don't know nothing about that. I'll tell you now, based on the comics, it again, I mean, I should say this at the beginning, but I don't know why, but we are spoiling everything. Echo shoots Kingpin. Now, according to the comics, he's not dead. He gets blinded. So I don't know. They'll probably pick it up, and there ain't no way that they're gonna just let. I just didn't think he was gonna be dead since you know the rules. You don't see him die. You don't see the body hit the floor. I was pretty pleased overall. I wish they would have done it for 8 episodes, and it seems like they were just trying to cram so much in so fast. But I enjoyed it overall. So I'll ask you first, Dota. How did you like the overall resolve of the series?
I think I liked it for Hawkeye series. I think it was expected. So I feel like they should have incorporated Kingpin a little differently, or somehow the end, because I don't really like the end of it. Like he gets shot. I mean, obviously he's not dead, but like, I didn't really like it, to be honest, the way they ended it.
Yeah. Ronaldus?
I came in with very low expectations, so it superseded my expectations. It was actually good. The series was. The fact that I never even knew Hawkeye was deaf, and so I was like, wow, yeah. he been deaf this whole time. So and then it was well put together. It ended kind of weird, and it ended too soon, just like you guys said. So I'm expecting they're going to have a second season. So, but all of the characters played out. We didn't give no mention to that little quirky group where it was the firefighters and the police officers. I liked them. I liked their little characters. So overall, it was funny. It was entertaining, but it just ended too soon.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I remember being surprised they were going to give Hawkeye his own. I was like, oh, okay. But I think for Marvel, the execs were like, well, we won't give him his own movie because it's probably not as rich a character, but maybe we can just spread it out through a TV series. But yeah, so now they're going to now, I believe it's up in the air. I don't know if She-Hulk is coming next or Moon Knight. I think it's Moon Knight that is next, which is with Oscar Isaac, but we'll see. They got a bunch of ones coming up. Secret Invasion, Nick Fury joins coming through. So many things as well, but I don't know what's next, but I definitely think they're going to do a second season with this. But yeah, I think the reason why, again, it wasn't a slam dunk for me is just because I felt like it was very rushed, and we were just expected to believe Kate Bishop was just no joke out the gate, just wrecking mugs, and I just couldn't really get around that. She just, again, like Natasha and all of them, yes, that's different, but again, like you say, Ronaldo's sophomore in college just wrecking the shop. I just like, I don't know, but
nah, you a killer. Nah, don't just flip that switch like that.
Yeah, but I like the Christmas theme. I love the music throughout. It was really cool. It was nice to kind of get it. I would just say this real quick, man. You kind of forget like how much be going on in New York City in the MCU? Like, golly, like it's heavy. And because I be forgetting Kingpin do be calling himself like he run the city, Now in Daredevil, they were in a part of New York City called Hell's Kitchen, but still, like, you be like, man, New York City just can't get a break. Like all that, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they said that the Spider-Man movie was going on at the same time as the Hawkeye series. Yeah. Because in the Spider-Man movie, you could see the play that was happening in Hawkeye. So I was like, what? And then it was like some scene, Spider-Man was like flying through New York and you could hear the Christmas music. So it's like, this is happening at one time? My God.
Yeah, I just was thinking about that during the series, like, man, New York City can't get it's pretty hectic there, but guys, all right. So if you have not checked it out, check it out. It is on Disney Plus. Very good for the family. Really good. It's well done. Now, before we go, we're going to keep doing this now as they keep adding series. So now we have 5 series to rank. We need to rank now our 5 series. We have WandaVision, we have Loki, we have What If, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now we have Hawkeye. To rank in our top. This is the top 5. I will go first. And rank mine. Loki is number 1 for me. Second, I go WandaVision. Third, I go. It's very close. Third could be tied, but third, I'm going to go What If. Fourth, I go Falcon Winter Soldier. Fifth, I go Hawkeye. That is my top 5 there. Okay, Ronaldo, give us your top 5 of the series.
Okay, I'm gonna do it the opposite order. I'm gonna start with 5 is Hawkeye.
Mhm.
Number 4 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What If is third. So we're staying on par with that, but this is where we switch. I'm gonna go
You gonna go Loki second?
Loki second and WandaVision first.
Okay.
WandaVision when it got probably 3rd episode, 4th episode, when everything started to make sense, you was on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, no, it's no joke.
Every episode, like what it? Oh man! So WandaVision was, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Doda, let's see. You're gonna be the tiebreaker.
So for number 1, I'm gonna go with WandaVision. That just blew everything out the water to me. Second, I'm gonna go with Loki. Great series. Third, I'm gonna go with that's kind of hard. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm gonna put third. Fourth is gonna be Hawkeye, and then fifth is What If.
Oh wow. Okay, interesting. Guys, there you go. Check it out there. We'll be adding to the list, as more series come out. I want to thank my panel. Please, again, check out. This is the Hawkeye series, you know what I'm saying? But we got plenty to check out if you haven't seen them before, but it's really good. It's easy to follow. 6 episodes. You can watch 6 episodes like that. I went through this in about a day, this whole thing.
I'm gonna put a little quick plug in. I just watched that first episode of Boba Fett.
Yeah. We gotta talk about that. We probably have this. You might see the same crew back for Boba Fett because I just watched that too. So there's more to come, man. More to come. But this will be the last one we'll get in for the year. Check us out. We got more stuff coming for next year, man. We got a lot to cover as well with the crew. More people want to get in as well. This is the Mighty Sharp Network, of course, the We Seen It crew, guys. You know what to do as always. Be blessed. Stay sharp.